Hey everyone, we are on day 5 of 21 days to receiving good, and I'm in my car. You can tell, buckle in. I was like, oh, this is why I love doing it this way, because I had to run out and take care of a bunch of things. And I thought, I'm just going to pull over in the shade and do this. So today I wanted to do this idea of I deserve good and then some. So there's a couple ways. Some of you I'm preaching to the choir here that are really familiar with EFT, and those of you that are less familiar, so here's things you want to look for. When we go to positive statements before we're ready, they just don't land. That's often why we can say affirmations all day long, but they don't land for us. Like, this is the way I say it, you think your feelings instead of feel them. You're like, no, I deserve good and then some. But you're not really connecting with the emotion of it. So it's like, I could intellectually tell you here all day long, I totally deserve good. But when you tune in to the emotional landscape and you really connect in, and a lot of times you can connect in through your body first, if you can't connect with the emotion, because the body never lies. And in neuroscience, Joe Dispenza says the body is the subconscious mind, and I totally agree with that. Let's just do this. So a couple things is you can think your feelings and go, I deserve it on an intellectual level, but when you don't really, hey, Dawn, thanks for your email this morning. So I had a faux pas. Imagine that. But hey, you're welcome. Welcome to join. So it's this idea when we really connect with the good and it doesn't land. To me, the beauty of it is it's just your roadmap on what to tap on. What often happens is you might say it and you don't believe it, and then the self-judgment parachutes in like, oh God, I still don't believe that I deserve good. It's not, and of course we're going to do that. Oh, you bet. Hearts back to you. And it's this idea that we just jump in because that's what we learn to do. We learn to treat ourselves the way we were treated with, I'm not over this yet. I'm still working on this, and I still don't believe I deserve good. And I get animated about that because I'm trying to make a point here, and it's not to judge anybody for it. I have to catch myself all the time still. And it's like, it's just what it is. And if you think about it this way, and I really like this, that this part of us, that the ego is always going to fight for what it believes. But when we start to befriend it, Eckhart Tolle talks about this, Tosha Silver talks about this, Shakti Gawain, all this stuff that I studied long ago, and I'm so happy to be reacquainted with it, is that part of us is always going to fight. Years ago, I did a program with a guy named Daryl Rutherford. I swear to God, I think he's 103 now, and he's still alive, and he lives here, not too far from me. And he always talks about that the ego will kick in. Hey, Lena, will kick in even more when when it senses like, oh God, something's going to change here. So it's in a way, it like senses a death. So what can happen when you tap is you'll almost be like, am I getting worse? You can go through a phase like that, and it's not uncommon. And it's not actually that you're getting worse. This is the way I say it. You're just becoming more aware. Hey, Melinda. And when you become more aware of your thoughts, it can feel like, oh God, I'm getting worse, but it's not. I think I told the story here when one day I was in the shower, this is like 10 years ago, and all of a sudden I was like, see, my husband was living over in Arizona, and I was living in New Mexico after this financial debacle, and we were picking ourselves up and, just working to put things back together. And we didn't have each other to go after, to attack, to spew our stuff on. So you had to sit with yourself. And I'm in the shower one morning and I'm like, oh my God, that is a cesspool of negative thinking that's going on here. And I was so aware of it, and it really was more of this observing mind. And I used to call the part of me, let's call it the ego that's fighting for its life, the voice that's trying to kill me. And I'm not kidding, that's what I called it, because that's how it felt to me. And Lena, thank you so much for your topic. The other day, it was so perfect. So this idea, when you go to the positive first, is you can have that resistance. So one, you can think your feelings instead of feel them. And if you have resistance, now the way to look at it is, oh, I'm just not believing this yet. I don't believe that I deserve good and then some. So when you can just at least intellectually right now go, oh, I'm having a lot of resistance to this positive statement, it just shows me that I'm not congruent with it yet. So then you can tap. So we're just going to do this quick technique, argue tapping. Some of you know it. Dawn, I know you're familiar. Melinda, I think you are. Argue tapping is something one of my mentors taught me, and I freaking love it. Because it's literally the inner argument that we have. And I say, and I'll talk about this on one of the other videos, the kid and the bully within us start to fight. This battle ensues. So it's like, yes, I am. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. And the beauty is it trains your brain to follow a negative thought with a positive. And I want to say one other thing. So sometimes, why I believe tapping is so effective is because it releases the negative, let's call it, I'm always hesitant sometimes to even use negative, but the limiting beliefs that we've put in place. And why, for like 18 years, people did tapping and they got better just tapping on the negative. Why I believe that's true is because when you clear out the negative, it allows who you naturally are to come back shining through. There's just been clouds covering that. So this part of us gets to come back through. So why I say when we tap on the negative, why it doesn't embed it in, especially when you're tapping, is because it's releasing falsehoods. It's releasing lies that feel like truths that we've learned to believe. And when you release those, the natural, infinite, whatever you want to call, divine part of us, whatever makes sense for you, just, oh, I'm back. And I saw this with my daughter when she was an infant. She just was this bundle of joy, and I'd put her in her swing and she would look up and she's smiling and giggling and looking up. And I always used to say to her, Dad, she's talking to the angels. She's talking to the angels. I know that's what she's doing. She's talking to whatever being she can connect to, because I believe we all come in that way. So anyway, let's tap, and we're going to do some argue tapping. Even though I deserve good, and then some. No, I don't. I choose to acknowledge I have this conflict. Even though I deserve good, and then some. No, I don't. I accept myself anyway now. Even though I deserve good, and then some. No, I don't. I choose to accept that I have this conflict. And then go to the eyebrow. I deserve good. No, I don't. I not only deserve good, I deserve as much as I can take. No, I don't. I deserve good and then some. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. I deserve good. And then some. No, I don't. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. Hey, Kirsty. I deserve good. And then some. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. I deserve good and then some. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. I deserve so much good. And so much more good. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. I deserve good. and then some. Nope. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. I deserve good and then some. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. I deserve so much good. And what if that really, really is true? What if what happened to me is I was taught lies? Lies that I'm not deserving. Lies that I have to struggle. Lies that it's not safe to be seen. And what if these lies feel really true, but they're still lies? And what if it's possible to release these lies, even just this much, right now? Let me try this again. I deserve so much good. And then some. No, I don't. Yes, I do. I really do deserve good. No, I don't. Says who? I do deserve good. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. I really, really do. And I may not believe this yet, but it sure feels better to just think that I do deserve good. And then some. And what if, by believing I deserve good, and then some, a little bit more, each and every day, I actually help everyone in my life and on this planet. Because if I'm walking around believing more and more that I do deserve good, I'm so going to want to share that good energetically with everyone around me. So what if it's true? Below all the muck and all the lies I learned to believe, that I really, really do deserve good. I really do deserve good. And then some. And it's okay if I'm not congruent with this yet, but I bet I can get there. And I really love saying and believing that it's possible that I really do deserve good. And then some. And the better it gets, the better it gets. And I like that idea a lot too. And then take a breath. Kirsty, Dawn, Melinda. So yes, argue tapping, one of my favorites. It's if you feel really stuck in something, I highly recommend you argue tap, and like argue tap until you're like, you start laughing, because it will start to break it up. Because the more you do it, the more you'll just get to a point you're like, this is freaking ridiculous. And at some point you'll start to laugh. And I know this because I've done it, and I've also done it with clients. And it may take time, but it's one of my favorite things where it's like, you know, I deserve it. No, I don't. I deserve it. No, I don't. I deserve it. No, I don't. Because it scrambles the brain. And again, it trains the brain to follow a negative with a positive. And it's really good. So that's just a good little one. I deserve good. And then some. No, I don't. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Yes, I do. You just start to go. I mean, I can't even do it now and not go. And you'll have days when it's like, oh God, you know, you can really, I don't deserve it. But just keep tapping. Just keep tapping. And over time it will shift. Kirsty, so happy you were here live. Much love to you. Melinda, much love to you. Dawn, much love to you. That's it, ladies. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow on day 6. Bye for now.